Local banker, oil executive, and philanthropist Phil Howe died Sunday at the age of 92. The Manhattan native and lifelong K-State Wildcat opened Kansas State Bank in 1969 and was its president and CEO. Later ventures included stints as president of Griffith Oil Company. He also founded Master Medical Company and Baystone Financial Group. Greater Manhattan Community Foundation president and CEO Vern Hendricks was a close friend.
Great man, a great citizen of Manhattan, a great friend, a great mentor. I've known Phil since '97, and we've done a lot of things together, been on boards together, talk about philanthropy together, talk about making a difference together, and it's something that I'm going to miss.
In recent years, Howe was generous in his financial giving, starting the Howe Family Foundation with his late wife, Margaret, which has given millions to the community through the Greater Manhattan Community Foundation's Yes Fund. Hendricks says Howe always was looking for ways to give back to the community.
Phil has given to causes that a lot of people don't know about. If there was a need, he always said, Vern, make sure I know where there's a need. And oftentimes I wouldn't share things with him because he was funding everything. I would say, Phil, other people need to enjoy the part of giving as well.
Visitation will take place from 6 until 7:30 tomorrow at Jorgensen Malone Lundin Funeral Home in Manhattan. Massive Christian burial will be at 10:30 this Thursday at Seven Dolors Catholic Church. The Greater Manhattan Community Foundation celebrated 25 years of serving the community on Monday night at the CFAs. There were 25 total award winners for the night, a nod to the 25th anniversary. C. Clyde Jones was among the Influence Award winners for his role in the creation of the Grow Green Match Day organization.
Me. So I put together 5 social service agencies, brought them to a meeting, told them what could happen with their growth of equity. Snap. Grow Green became a foundation. It has been tremendously successful.
Jones appearing there in a pre-recorded segment last night. Executive Director of the Manhattan Emergency Shelter, Emily Wagner, was also among those recognized.
The GMCF has been instrumental in connecting our agency with donors who support our mission and provide stable housing to the area's homeless. The GMCF Grow Green Match Day has allowed us to grow our reserves in a way that ensures that we will be here for a long time to serve our community.
A full list of award winners will be posted later this morning at newsradiokman.com. Fake Patty's Day data was shared with the Riley County Law Board on Monday. As previously reported, this year's event saw an uptick in arrests and citations as RCPD made a concerted effort to control some of the larger gatherings east of campus. Captain Greg Steer stated the police department doesn't see the day as a success, noting there were still instances of violence, which led to injuries to both officers and civilians.
So just based solely on the crime that occurred and some of the inappropriate behavior that we saw in our community throughout the day, we don't take any major satisfaction in that. We can always do better and hope that next year we can help to address this as much as we can.
Law Board members discussed potential strategies to deter some of the drunken activities in the future, including possibly moving the St. Patrick's Day road race and parade to be on the same day as Fake Patty's Day. Mayor Wynn Butler says that would be a risky proposal, but worth a discussion.
But it would be interesting to say, okay, there isn't going to be a Fake Patty's Day. There's only going to be a St. Patrick's Day celebration, and it's going to be on this day instead of normal St. Patrick's Day, and see if it can be reframed from what it is now, which is a cultural drunk fest in my mind. And I don't know if that's possible. I mean, there's a risk there. We'd be rolling the dice on that.
Others on the board, including Caleb James, remained skeptical that any declaration made by RCPD or the Law Board would deter students from organizing on a different weekend. A former Ogden city official was charged over the weekend with misuse of public funds. The Riley County Police Department says 70-year-old Jimmy Bond was arrested Friday evening on a custody warrant. He's also been charged with official misconduct. An online criminal complaint alleges the felonies occurred between January 1st of 2018 and December 31st, 2020, involving funds of at least $25,000 but less than $100,000. As of Monday's incident report, Bond was no longer in custody. Authorities are searching for information connected to a burglary at Brooks Yamaha in East Manhattan earlier this month. The Pottawatomie County Sheriff's Office says it responded March 12th to a burglary reported early that morning. An investigation revealed that the suspects arrived in a U-Haul truck and broke out the glass door to the storefront. The suspects removed several dirt bikes and loaded them onto the truck. The total loss, including the bikes and damage to the business, was estimated at over $32,000. The sheriff's office is asking anyone with information to contact Captain Tyler Garver at 785-457-3353 or leave a tip at ptsheriff.com. A new fueling station is now up and running for Pottawatomie County vehicles at Havensville and Onega Road. Public Works Administrator Tim Eisenbarth at yesterday's meeting.
With the extension of the 4-H building there in Onega, we had to find a different place to put our two blades. So we ended up buying that little piece of property there, got the tank set, got the electrical ran, and the tanks are up and going. So we have diesel fuel and leaded.
Eisenbarth says he believes this fuel station will be a real asset to the county as it'll provide a fueling station for both EMS and rural fire services. EMS Director Joel Fager agreed.
That really is beneficial to EMS. The ambulance up there in Omega Station will end up having to travel down to 24 or fuel at another station before they can go back up there.
In other business Monday, commissioners also approved their annual donation to Wamego's After Prom of $400.
Good morning, I'm Troy Coverdale with your sports headlines at News Radio KMAN. The NIT beginning tonight for K-State as the Wildcats have traveled to Iowa City where they'll take on regional third seed Iowa. The Hawkeyes at 18-14 on the season, and K-State coach Jerome Tang says that they're fast and tough like BYU.
They don't shoot as many threes, but make or miss, they run fast, they get down the court. They might not be as physical or whatever, but they are extreme. They grab and hold and bump, and I mean they're a very physical team, and then they've got some really good players. Interesting, they play two bigs, and so that's going to be a little bit different.
There were a number of teams that did not make the NCAA tournament field that elected to sit out the NIT. The Cats, not one of them, as Tang says that there were good reasons for his squad to continue to play.
Our thing is just being able to spend another day together as a team. We love each other, love being around each other, have a great time, and so it's just exciting for us that we get to continue our season.
The Cats bench boss does say his choices on player rotation may differ tonight than what we saw during the regular season.
There's that thought, and what I'm going to do is play the guys who look like they're the most excited to be out there, and may go a little bit deeper. We obviously the goal is to try and win. We're going to do whatever it takes to win.
Tip-off at 8 tonight. Coverage on News Radio KMAN and 101.5 K-Rock gets underway at 7. The first four of the NCAA men's tournament to tip in Dayton tonight with Howard facing Wagner, followed by Virginia, matching up with a Colorado State squad coached by Nico Medved.
There's so much that goes into these seasons, and we're just grateful to be here. And I think it's the greatest tournament in the world. I think it's one of the most difficult things to do in our sport, quite frankly, is earn an at-large bid to the NCAA tournament. Maybe this year as hard as ever, considering everything.
The Rams were one of 6 Mountain West teams to make the field. Conference mate Boise State matches up with, ironically, Colorado tomorrow night in the second game of that session. You'll hear tomorrow night's action here on News Radio KMAN. Tickets for Friday's opener of the women's NCAA tournament at Bramlage are a hot commodity, pleasing K-State senior Gabby Gregory.
I'm hoping that we can sell Bramlage out. Obviously, we haven't done that yet this season for the women's team, but I think this is the time to do it, so I would love to see a sold-out Bramlage. That would just be electric.
As of the close of business yesterday, fewer than 3,200 tickets were available for the openers between K-State and Portland, then Colorado and Drake. The winners meet on Sunday with the time to be determined. The Cats are hosting for the first time in 7 seasons as the number 4 seed on the Albany regional bracket. They tip off against the Pilots at 3:30 Friday with coverage on News Radio KMAN and Sunny 102.5. Having bumped their mark to 13-6 with a weekend sweep over Missouri State, the K-State baseball team bids to keep the string going tonight at Wichita State. The Shockers have matched the Cats' mark as the squads get started at 6. Right-hander Andrew Evans gets his second start of the season for the Wildcats. Lefty Tyler Dobbs will earn the start for the Shockers. The Royals have announced Colt Reagans will be the team's opening day starter on the mound, the 26-year-old's first opening day nod.
Hard to put everything into words. It's one of those things that you kind of dream about it. Opening day it's a big deal.
The Royals and Twins to open the season on the 28th at Kauffman Stadium. Two-time Cy Young Award winner Blake Snell and the Giants have agreed on a $62 million two-year deal. A person familiar with the negotiations telling the AP Monday night Snell will have the right to opt out of the contract after this season and again become a free agent. The 30-year-old left-hander has gone 71-55 with a 3.20 ERA over 8 Major League seasons and has twice over won the Cy Young, first in 2018 with Tampa, then last year with San Diego. He agrees to a contract just 10 days before the opener against the Padres, setting up the possibility of Snell making his Giants debut against his former club. Trevor Bauer, meanwhile, says he'll pitch for the Mexican team Diablos Rojos in their Sunday exhibition with the Yankees, as the 2020 Cy Young Award winner attempts to return to the majors for the first time in 3 seasons. Bauer said Monday in a social media post that he has agreed to pitch 5 games for Diablos Rojos between April 11th through May 8th. He's not pitched in the majors since being placed on administrative leave by Major League Baseball in July of 2021 after a woman alleged he assaulted her on 2 different occasions. K-State basketball from the NIT tonight, coming your way on News Radio KMAN and 101.5 K-Rock. Game time getting underway at 8 o'clock. The coverage gets underway at 7. The game this afternoon starts at 4 on News Radio KMAN.